how to get paid for your ideas, not your time. Your hourly rate is a trap. You're being paid for the least scalable version of yourself, the one that has to physically show up and trade life for cash. Every dollar you earn this way is a direct transaction of your finite time. There's a cap, there's a limit, and you will hit it. The real operators, the ones who build significant wealth and freedom, don't play that game. They don't sell their time, they sell systems. They build assets based on their ideas that generate revenue while they sleep, while they're on vacation, while they're working on the next idea. This isn't about passive income magic. It's about a strategic shift in your operational model. It's about moving from being the worker to being the architect. Today, I'm giving you the tactical blueprint to make that shift. We're going to deconstruct how to package your knowledge, your skills, and your insights into assets that pay you indefinitely. Pay attention. This is the operating system for true leverage. The scalability audit. Before you invest a single hour into building something, you run it through an audit, a scalability audit. This isn't about whether your idea is good. It's about whether your idea can be structured to make money without you. Most ideas, even profitable ones, are traps. They are jobs disguised as businesses. The audit is a simple filter. It separates ideas that demand your time from ideas that generate leverage. There are two core questions you need to answer with brutal honesty. First, does the delivery of value require my synchronous presence? Synchronous means you have to be there, live, at the same time as the client or customer. Think consulting calls, live coaching, freelance work. Every time you deliver value, you are trading a block of your personal time. This is the hamster wheel. It doesn't scale. The alternative is asynchronous delivery. You create the value once, a video course, a software tool, an ebook, and a system delivers it infinitely, at any time, without you. The customer gets the value at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday while you are offline. If your idea requires you to show up live, it fails the audit. Second, what is the marginal cost of replication? This is a term from economics, but it's simple. It means, what does it cost to produce one more copy for the next customer? If you make custom furniture, the cost of wood, screws, and your labor is significant for every single table you sell. The marginal cost is high. But if you sell a digital blueprint for how to build that same table, the cost to deliver one more copy is basically zero. It's just bandwidth. An idea has true scalability when the cost to serve customer number 10,000 is the same as the cost to serve customer number 10, 0, or close to it. An idea that is asynchronous and has a near zero marginal cost of replication is not a job. It is the blueprint for an asset. It's an idea that can be packaged and distributed by systems, not by you. Most people skip this audit. They get excited about an idea's potential income, but they fail to analyze its operational structure. They end up building a high-stress, high-maintenance job that owns them. Don't do that. Run the audit first. Filter for asynchronous delivery and zero marginal cost. This is the first step to building an asset that works for you, not the other way around.
The productization protocol. An idea in your head is worthless until it's packaged. A skill you perform is just a service. It's still tied to your time. The productization protocol is the system for converting your intangible expertise into a tangible, sellable asset. It's how you build one thing that can be sold 1,000 times. First, you need to extract the operating system from your brain. Think of a skill you have. Maybe you're an expert at running social media ads, negotiating contracts, or designing user interfaces. Right now, to deliver that value, you have to show up. The first step is to document your process as if you were teaching it to a clone of yourself. Every step, every decision, every framework. What are the non-negotiable rules? What's the exact sequence of operations? This isn't a vague how-to. It's a clinical, step-by-step blueprint. You are externalizing your knowledge into a structured format. Once the process is extracted and documented, you standardize it. This is where you remove the you from the equation. Your goal is to create a consistent, repeatable result for anyone who uses your system. You build checklists, templates, and pre-made assets. If you're the social media ads expert, you create a template for the perfect ad campaign, a checklist for audience targeting, and a spreadsheet for budget allocation. You're not just selling information, you're selling a complete toolkit. The system itself becomes the product, ensuring quality control without your direct oversight. Finally, you package it. You have to choose the right container for your system. This could be a video course, an ebook, a paid newsletter, a software template, or a set of design files. The container must fit the content. A complex technical skill works well as a video course with screen recordings. A strategic framework might be best delivered as a concise ebook or PDF guide. The packaging determines how the customer receives the value. Let's run a real-world example. A consultant charges $5,000 for a one-day workshop on sales strategy. Their income is capped by the number of days in a year. Using the productization protocol, they extract their exact workshop material, standardize it into a series of high-quality video modules, checklists, and email scripts. They package this as a $499 digital course. They did the work once. Now that asset can be sold to 10, 100, or 1,000 customers simultaneously, 24/7, without the consultant needing to be in the room. That is the tactical objective. You're no longer selling your presence, you're selling a perfected, scalable version of your expertise.
The asynchronous sales engine. Your product is built. Now, how do you sell it without spending every waking hour on sales calls, in meetings, or writing custom proposals? That's synchronous selling. It's a direct trade of your time for a potential transaction. It's another version of the hourly rate trap, and it doesn't scale. You need a system that sells for you, 24/7, without your active participation. This is the asynchronous sales engine. It's a machine you build once that executes the sales process for you, on demand, for anyone, anywhere in the world. Think of it as a 3-layer stack. The first layer is traffic aggregation. This is the top of your funnel. It could be a blog post optimized for search, a viral social media video, a targeted ad, or even a QR code on a poster. The single function of this layer is to capture attention from your target market and direct it to one specific place, the entry point of your engine. It's the front door. The second layer is automated indoctrination. Once a potential customer walks through that door, this layer takes over. It's a system designed to build trust and demonstrate value without you being present. This is your video sales letter that plays on a loop. It's your automated email sequence that explains the problem, presents your solution, and handles common objections. It's a perfectly crafted webinar that runs 4 times a day on autopilot. This layer does the heavy lifting of a human salesperson. It educates, builds rapport, and proves the case for your product. The third layer is the frictionless transaction. After the indoctrination is complete, the system presents a clear, simple path to purchase. This is your checkout page. It's clean, it's secure, and it requires the absolute minimum number of clicks to complete the sale. Any friction here, a confusing form, a slow-loading page, too many steps, kills the conversion. This layer must be ruthlessly optimized for speed and simplicity. Traffic, indoctrination, transaction. You design each layer once, you connect them, then you turn the machine on. A user in Tokyo can discover your ad at 3 a.m. your time, watch your video presentation, and buy your product without you ever knowing they existed until the payment notification hits your inbox. That is an asynchronous sales engine. It's not a person. It's a protocol. It's the mechanism that truly decouples your income from your time.
The iteration loop. Your product is not finished when you launch it. The launch is just the beginning. That's a fundamental error most creators make. They spend months building in a vacuum, aiming for perfection. They release their final version, and then they walk away. That's like building a high-performance engine and never tuning it. The asset you created, whether it's a course, a piece of software, or an ebook, is version 1.0. Its primary function is not to be perfect. Its function is to make contact with the market and start collecting data. This is the iteration loop. It's a simple 4-stage protocol: deploy, collect, analyze, and evolve. First, you deploy the minimum viable version. Get it out there. It needs to be good enough to solve the core problem, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Perfectionism is a shield for fear. Shipping is a strategic decision. Second, you collect data. This is not passive. You actively install feedback channels. You look at sales data, watch user behavior, read the comments, send out targeted surveys. You are hunting for signal. Where are users getting stuck? What questions are they asking over and over? What's the one feature they keep requesting? This data is more valuable than your initial idea. Third, you analyze that signal. You're not trying to please everyone, you're looking for patterns. If one person complains, it's an opinion. If 20 people highlight the same point of friction, that's a critical system failure that needs to be addressed. You identify the highest leverage improvements, the 20% of changes that will deliver 80% of the new value. Finally, you evolve. You take that analysis and you build it into the next version. You upgrade the module, clarify the instructions, add the bonus content. Then you redeploy. This is version 1.1 or version 2.0, and the loop begins again. This is how you build a moat around your asset. A competitor can copy your V1.0, but they cannot copy the 2 years of data, feedback, and refinement that led to your V3.0. Each cycle of this loop makes your asset more robust, more effective, and more valuable. It stops being a static product and becomes a living, evolving solution. That is how you build an asset that dominates a market and pays you for years, not months.
The fundamental shift is from doing to designing. You don't get paid for the asset you build, you get paid for the system you design that sells and delivers that asset. That is the core of leverage. Every hour you spend building a system pays you back 1,000 times over. Every hour you spend just doing the work is an hour you'll never get back. Choose wisely. If you're ready to operate on a higher level, subscribe to Capital Sanctum. We drop tactical breakdowns like this every week.